All right, guys, welcome to your Fun Friday episode. And this week, it has been amazing. And I just want you to know, you can endure. We've been talking about endurance all week, right? Our scripture of the week, Galatians 6:9. Let's not become discouraged by doing good. For in due time, we will reap if, and there's a big if there, if we do not become weary. Guys, you can endure. And I tell you what, go back, listen to Daniel Ritchie's episode that just came out. He wrote the book on endurance, literally wrote the book. I mean, it's called Endure, Building Faith for the Long Run. We had an amazing conversation. Okay, guys. Now, for you guys that just listen and don't go watch it. So Daniel was born without arms. I mean, his life has literally been about endurance. But I tell you what an outlook. What a way that he looks at life. So much joy, so much fun. One of the most upbeat guys I've ever met. No arms, having a wonderful story, and wrote the book on endurance. And we unpack a lot. We really walk through really three main areas. We talk about Paul, Abraham, and Joseph. And we really break down together what endurance looks like for each one of them. And guess what? It's different for each one. Paul, he had a lot of things coming at him once he decided to turn his life over to Christ. And a lot of what he wrote, he was in prison. I mean, he was literally facing endurance in his walk every day. Right? And then we moved to Abraham, and the endurance had to wait. He had to wait all the time. He had to endure. He had hardships. I mean, he was even told to go kill his son, who God had promised all his descendants would come through. But then what did he do? He got up and he acted. He didn't hesitate. He leaned in, and he showed endurance. And then Joseph. We don't talk about Joseph enough. I think we need to start talking about him more on the line within us, period. Because Joseph, what a guy. I mean, first of all, just being sold. Then when you're in prison, you think you get out, you're helping people. Next thing you know, boom, you're not out. You got to wait 2 more years. Then, we talked about Potiphar's wife and what happened there, and just constant up against the wall, but showing a life of endurance. Because Joseph, through that suffering, he found it. He found victory. He never turned his back on God. This is what we want you guys to think about. We don't want you to turn your back. We know that it's tough. I get it. Life is hard. It is throwing all sorts of curveballs at us. We have inflation. We have gas prices. We have food, everything. The Ukraine, World War III, that maybe, who knows what's coming, right? Politics, we're not even going to get started on that on the line within us because we don't have time for all that. We're being tested, guys. And I want you to just be set apart. I want you to be that lamp, that light. You can do it. Endurance. That's what it's all about. So we're going to get into some tips here. I'm going to give you a health tip, a well tip, and a self tip every week. Before I do that, I'm going to give you a tip that keeps you out the doghouse. All right? Now, it's Friday. In 2 days, there's a very big day. And if you're not prepared for it, then thank the line within us and go get prepared for it before it happens. Mother's Day is around the corner. At least get some flowers, get a card, get something. Don't forget to call your mama. If you can go see her, even better. Okay? Now, if you're married, take care of your wife, particularly if she's a mother. You want to make sure that you help those kids celebrate Mother's Day as well, right? You got to step up here, guys. Mother's Day is not about you. It's all about her. So go ahead and put some effort into this. Put some effort into Mother's Day. Really lean in and try to show her how much you love her, how much she means to you. Because there are a lot of guys out there. I'm not one of them. I'm thankfully blessed that I can still pick up the phone and hit MOM and get somebody to pick up my mom. So my mom, if you're listening to this, happy Mother's Day. I love you. Right? And for you guys out there who still have that opportunity, call your mom, talk to her, and let her know that you love her. And again, take care of your wife. This is a day to celebrate her. Right. So, guys, I just want to get that tip in there as a quick reminder for Mother's Day, guys. Lean into that. Now, a health tip. Daniel and I actually talked a little bit about this when we were recording his episode. Endurance, that is really a part of exercise when you think about it. So if you're thinking about starting to work out, you need to pick that exercise plan that's right for you. And guess what? There is no such thing as a perfect exercise plan. It doesn't exist. You need to find something that you're going to commit to and that you can practice endurance on a daily basis, because your activity is important and designing that perfect plan, it's impossible. You're going to get frustrated. So commit, first of all, to just, I want to be healthier. And then endure the hard workouts, but slowly step into them. You do not need to just, if you've never worked out before, hit the gym for 2 hours. And you're just going to be bent over for 2 weeks. You're not going to be able to do anything. You're going to get frustrated. You're not going to do it again. So slowly walk into it. If you start working out and lifting weights, keep those weights at a minimum, but then add to it every week. And that's the thing about it, I think guys forget, and even me included. Mix it up. It's not just about staying where you are. You grow incrementally through the little changes week to week. Okay? So think about endurance as you start thinking from a health standpoint, from your body, what you can do to build that endurance. There's such things as endurance runners, and those things, that's great, but it may not be your goal. But either way, you should be able to endure and build that endurance up. It's going to make your heart healthier. It's going to make your body healthier. Then you'll be in a better position to serve the Lord. So really think about that endurance from a health plan standpoint on picking what's right for you, whether it be cardio, whether it be strength training, high intensity interval training, running, whatever that looks like, swimming. Find something that you're going to have some fun with, but then actually commit to it and just know that it's the endurance through that is where the change happens. All right, now from a wealth tip, value investing. Let's talk about that for a second. That has endurance as a core belief. Think about it. So if you have a long-term strategy with your investments, you need to understand that volatility in the market, it's going to exist. It's going to. And as that risk increases, so does those potential swings. So if you're on a higher end type of volatile type investments, you can expect that those things can go up, bigger swings, positive or negative, right? You just need to know that. But you need clarity on what your investment strategy is, period. And then when you make that decision, commit to it. Because at that point, endure what happens, okay? You only get hurt on those rides at the carnival, the fairs that come around. You only get hurt on those things if you jump off of them in the middle of the ride. Other than that, just sit back and understand that you're on a ride, okay? Pray for that wisdom. Pray for that clarity. But do not make knee-jerk reactions when it comes to your finances. If you have a long-term strategy around value investing, then stick to that. Now, if you have a strategy around cryptocurrency, stick to that. Whatever that strategy is that you've defined, be comfortable with that, but also know that that's your plan. And if you feel that this is where God is leading you and you have a good decision on this and you feel comfortable, then just lean into it, guys. Now, self-tip. Now, I'm going to talk about those of you guys out there with kids right now, and specifically babies and toddlers, okay? Because I'm going through this right now. We have a baby in our house right now, and it's been a blessing. But they will test your endurance, right? They will test your endurance. I want you to remember the brevity of life and choose joy, because I know it seems like right now, it may seem like it's never going to end. I want to tell you guys, trust me on this. You will blink your eyes, and your babies will be grown. I look at my 11-year-old, my 9-year-old, 10-year-old now. By the time this episode drops, she'll be 10. It blows my mind that it's been 11 years, 10 years since I held them as babies, because I literally felt like it was yesterday that I held them in my arms for the first time. And now that we have Lily in our house, and she's right now 7 months old, it's baffling. How has the time flown so quickly? So the brevity is so fast. Be the partner that your wife needs right now. Because I know it seems hard, but be the partner. Lift each other up. There's going to be some long days and some long nights. I get it. We are right there in the middle of that with you guys. But you know what? You can endure. And if you grow weary, just remember one thing. There's a lot of power in naps. So there you go. There's a naps is your tip of the day as well. So from a health tip, just remember that building that right plan needs to be something you can commit and that you're going to endure to. And it's not going to be the same for everyone. From a wealth tip, that value investing, keep that in mind, because if you're in it for the long run, you got to endure. From a self tip, just remember those babies and toddlers, those early years, lean into it, love it, because it's going to go by quickly. And I know it's tough, but you can endure. I promise. All right, guys. Now, book of the week. Guess what? Daniel Ritchie's book, Endure, Building Faith for the Long Run. I want you to go to show notes. Go right now, click on Amazon and buy his book. He's a North Carolina guy. So for our North Carolina listeners, you're supporting local, go hook him up. I tell you what, it will bless you. It is something that we need to have in our libraries as Lions, period. So go check that show notes out. It did so much for me just being able to read his story, the encouragement that he provided in this book. Thought it was phenomenal. So guys, highly encourage that. Now, dad jokes. We get these every week. I'm going to give you two. Let's see which ones land, okay? Dad joke number one. The best angle for which to approach any problem is the triangle. There you go. So, I'm sure some of you guys are just rolling your eyes. But that's okay. That's the point of a dad joke, right? So remember that TRY angle. Number two, and this is from my oldest daughter. For some reason, she likes jokes like these. So, can trees poop? Yes. How else do we get number two pencils? Now, guys, you got to be laughing on that one because that hits at the dad joke core. So there you go. Number one, what's the best angle which you can approach any problem? The triangle. And number two, can trees poop? Yes. How else do we get number two pencils? All right, guys, so give us a vote. Let us know which one you like. Let us know which one hits home. And guys, if it gets a chuckle, if it gets an eye roll, if it gets your kids laughing, the mission accomplished for the Lion Within Us on Dad Joke Friday. Now, the question of the week. When life gets hard, will you choose to endure or retreat? Guys, I want you to choose to endure, but I also recognize you're not going to be able to do that alone, period. You need help. First of all, you need the Lord. He's going to give you the strength. And then there's just the body, the group of men, your family. But you need people out there who's going to push you, that's going to help you, that's going to stand beside you, it's going to encourage you. Guys, that's what the Lion Within Us is all about. Go join the Lion's Den. It's free. I want to help you endure. I want to be that person in the group of men that you can come to with your problems, with your ideas, and you're going to get support from a Christian worldview, period. Go to the lionwithin.us right now and join the Lion's Den. It's free. And trust me, I don't have time to send out a bunch of junk emails. You're not going to get spammed. What we do, we send out a newsletter, and then we try to send out like one email a week just for some encouragement, guys. And it's nothing that's earth-shattering, and it's nothing that we hire this big group of people to sit down and design. This is stuff that I just write. It's literally from Chris. Okay, so probably not on the highest education level there, but I promise you one thing. Every email is built to serve you and to help you grow in your walk. So go check that out. Also check out the Bible study. It's free. Go get a copy of it. Start working through that material. It's built around health, wealth, and self. Tons of hours went into that Bible study. Guys, I want it to get in your hands. I want you to consume it. And then I want you to start applying some of those ideas to your life as you try to grow and to be that leader that you're predestined to be. And I know you can do it. Share this with others, guys. Seriously. The biggest thing you can do to help the Lion Within Us is just share it. Share it with others. Encourage other people to listen to it, to check us out, to go to the website. Go give us a rating and a review. That means all the difference in the world, just the ratings and reviews. Guys, for those that are on YouTube, you may be checking out what I'm wearing right now. We have new swag. It's baseball season. I love it. I get to go see my Durham Bulls. I'm happy again. Everything is happy, happy, happy in the Granger house because when baseball season's in, it's just a fun time. I love this time of year. So we had to get the Lion Within Us baseball caps made up. And yes, they are fitted caps. You can see that right there. They fit great. Check out the Lion Within Us swag t-shirts too. So maybe you roll up to the ballpark with your Lion Within Us swag and you got it going on and guys want to know where it's at. You'll be able to point them to the lionwithin.us and get them hooked right up. But seriously, guys, check it out. We're here to serve you. That is my goal, to serve you, period, to help you in your walk. I don't have this all figured out. But I know one thing. Every day, I'm on a mission to serve Jesus. And he's blessed me with this platform for the Lion Within Us. And this podcast, this ability to do this, these amazing guests that he just keeps pouring out to us. We're going to keep serving week in, week out. I pray it keeps helping you. I pray the Fun Friday helps you right now. I want you to remember Mother's Day, though. Don't forget that. Guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for being a part of the Lion Within Us. I encourage you again, go check us out on the socials, on Facebook. Join the Facebook group. Join the Lion's Den. Be a part of something. We want to help you. We want to help you grow. So guys, have a great weekend. Get out there, rock it, crush it. You do all the things. You know what you're doing. Remember who's in charge. Jesus is king. So now go out and unleash the lion within. Satan will do everything possible to destroy you. Are you prepared? Start training today with the Leadership for Christian Men Bible Study. The focus of this Bible study will be to help you and your Lion's Den grow in the areas of health, mind and body, wealth, career and finances, and self, husbands and dads. We know it can be intimidating being a Christian leader. This study will help you identify areas to work on and grow the relationships around you that will make an impact for the kingdom. If you still feel uncertain, remember, God does not call the qualified. He qualifies the called. See our site, thelionwithin.us, for details.